Okay.
We'll be starting here in just a second. All right. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. We are here. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. Turn your volume down some. Here.
Me?
Yes. Thank you. Turn your volume down some.
I did. I did.
Okay. So at this time, thank you for joining us. My name is Tara Melvin with Perfect Planning Events, and today we're talking with Miss Tiffany Chalk of Tiffany Chalk Events. I am doing a series of live interviews with speakers that are going to be attending the Signature CEO Conference this year. We have a dynamic list of speakers that are going to take the stage to come and bring their knowledge, their wisdom to teach us how to do business a lot better so that we can be better performers and the ultimate CEO to run our businesses. So we're starting today with Miss Tiffany Chalk. And let me just tell you a little bit about Miss Tiffany. She is the owner of Tiffany Chalk Events out of the Philadephia, Delaware area. She is a sought-after wedding and event planner. She is an instructor at Delaware Technical Community College. She's been featured with Preston Bailey blog, Munaluchi Bridal magazine. She has been a speaker at Inspire Success from 2016 and 2015. Also, she's been a speaker at CaterSource Event Solutions 2 years in a row, the Event Show 2016-2014. She's been a speaker at Wedding MBA, a speaker at the Association of Bridal Consultants. She has been a speaker for Two Bright Lights. She's been featured in DelmarvaLife, Bridal Guide, The Knot, appearances on Fox Good Day Philadephia, Fox 21 Delmarva, and she has been Women in Weddings 2013 and much more. So at this time, I'm going to welcome Miss Tiffany Chalk of Tiffany Chalk Events, and we're going to get into our conversation with her. Welcome, Tiffany. How are you? I muted you, and now I can't unmute you. Hold on. I muted you. Okay. No, I can't unmute you. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so now I hear you. Sorry about that, everyone. So, Tiffany, tell us a little bit about you, how you got started in this wedding industry. Okay, so now I hear you. Sorry about that, everyone. So, Tiffany, tell us a little bit about you, how you got started in this wedding industry. Okay, so now I hear you. Sorry.
So a little bit about me. I actually started in the event industry. I always tell this funny story every time I speak or every time I share how I got started. When I was about 13, that's when I planned my first party. It was my mother's birthday, and I did clean the house. I did all the cooking. I decorated, baked the cake, invited all the family over. And as we're sitting at my lovely decorated table for my mom's birthday, my grandmother cuts into the Cornish hens that I prepared, and I forgot to take the gizzards out, so we couldn't eat the Cornish hens, but the cake tastes really good. So I always say that that was my first party I planned, so that means I've been in the industry a little over 30 years.
Okay. Just turn your volume down just a little bit. Okay. Awesome. And now we're into Tiffany Chalk events. How would you state your brand? How would you state your brand?
I'm sorry, Tara, I couldn't quite hear you.
Your brand. What is your brand? How would you say that the image of your brand is?
Okay, so the Tiffany Chalk brand, I say, is a little bit unique because our clientele base is very diverse, and I think our clients and our brand mirror somewhat who I am and what my personality is. And when we actually went through a rebranding process about 3 years ago, that was one thing that was very important to us, was to identify who we are as a brand and cultivate who we are, and that way we can identify with the ideal client that way. So as a brand, I think we're fun, you know, very serious and professional, but we like to have fun through the process.
Okay. And through the years, what are some of the things that you've learned in developing your business to be so successful?
Can you ask me that question again? I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Over the years, what have you learned, or business skills have you learned to make your business more successful? Over the years, what have
business skills I've learned to make my business more successful?
Yes.
Business more successful. Well, we all know being a planner, you know, being detail oriented is very essential, you know, as a business skill. But I guess it's different from just being a planner to running your own business, because you wear many hats when you're the entrepreneur and you're the planner. So some of the hats that you wear, like you have to be great at managing your systems and your workflow systems. So those are skills that I learned and that you have to learn throughout the process. Managing your workflow systems, managing your team, accounting, bookkeeping. Now social media plays really important, just keeping abreast on your skills for social media. So I think all of those things encompass together of what your skills that you need to effectively run your business. On your skills for social media. So I think all of those.
And one of the topics that you're going to be covering, the topic that you're going to be covering at the conference is optimizing the pricing strategy, charging. And one of the topics that you're going to be covering across that being one of your topics that you have spoken about so many times. Charging. And one of the topics that you're going to be covering across that being one of your topics that you have spoken about so many times.
I'm so sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
No problem. Your topic at the conference is optimizing the pricing strategy, charging your worth. Tell us a little bit about that topic.
So you'd like to know more about the topic that I'll be speaking about at the conference?
Yes.
So charging your worth, pricing for profit. So what I find in the industry, even with myself, even when I first started my business, I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my value. Therefore, I didn't price myself correctly. So one of the main reasons when people leave a career or they find out, you know, they think they're at a dead end place in their career, one of the top reasons is because they think they're working and they're not making the money that they deserve for what they do. So that's why it's really important, number one, knowing your value. Because sometimes, and I'm just going to say this, sometimes as business owners, we have our own personal issues. I like to say we might have our own personal issues of rejection. So that filters into our business where we feel like we don't want to be rejected by the client. So we devalue ourselves and our services just to book that client. So that's an error that we make a lot of times in our business. And that's an error that I've made very early on in my business. So I always, you know, when talking to my students and talking to, you know, mentees, the first thing I always try to get them to learn and to know is what their value is.
Okay. And once you know your value, you feel that that is where you can correctly start pricing yourself?
Well, there's a difference because with pricing, okay, knowing your value is the foundation. But with pricing also, it's different from pricing your services versus your experience. Because if you are at another level in experience, that is a different price point from someone who is just starting out. So even knowing where you are as far as your experience level would be so that's something separate. Pricing for the experience. Let's say that's something separate. But once you know your value, you can at least appreciate who you are and what you bring to the table and price accordingly for that. So one thing I always, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so I would say the next step to be, before you even start really building your packages, and even if you're already in business, this is something that you can start over again and just look at your model of how you price or how you price your packages. Have you effectively even audited your time to see how much time you spend on emails, phone calls, what I call get acquainted sessions before you even book the client, to get to the consultation to actually start working that event? Because that plays a lot. Even with building your package, how can you effectively price, let's just say, a day of coordination package if you haven't audited your time to see how much time it takes you to actually facilitate, you know, a wedding on the day of coordination scale? How are you pricing that?
Great. And so when you're at the conference, the pricing strategy you're going to share, will this be for planners, photographers, everyone that's in the business?
I think the pricing, I know the pricing strategies that I will share can go across the board for all creative professionals. Because one of the things I like to share is, as you're auditing your time, there's a couple steps that I even take every year in my business based off of even the goal that I want to make as far as the money for the year. So that's universal, no matter, you know, if you're a planner, if you're a baker, how many day of packages it is going to take me to, if I just do day of, let's just say if my business is structured just for day of, I branded myself like that, those are the clients I track, and I'm happy with that. Okay, if your goal is to make $75,000 a year, how many day of packages are you going to have to book that year to reach that goal? So number one, that goes back to, is your package priced correctly? Is it based off of X amount of hours? That's going to get you to the ultimate goal. Everybody pricing should lead to what their ultimate goal is, what they want their annual salary to be. So I like to share, it's a formula that I'll share with everyone at the conference, where we can get to really what our value is for our pricing. Now once we audit our time for our packages, how we incorporate that hourly rate to get the flat fee for our packages to reach our goal.
Wonderful. And what do you want people to walk away from your talk?
I want the attendees to walk away with clear strategies and deliverables to implement in their business for growth, to make the money. It's all about show me the money. You're in the business, you love what you do, you're passionate about what you do, but let's be honest, show me the money. Cut the check.
Yes, we do.
So, you know, I want people to walk away with deliverables for they can grow their business, and which growing your business, you're going to make more money. So I'm going to show you the money.
All right. She's going to show us the money. Wonderful. And why do you think people should attend the Signature CEO Conference?
Because I'm really big on education. I find that a lot of creatives, they're so busy being creative, or they're so busy working on the business that they're not working in the business. And I think I shared this with you before. I think everyone, when they do their yearly budgets and their expense budgets, education should be in that budget. And conferences like the Signature CEO that's bringing a diverse group of speakers with very diverse backgrounds that'll be able to help you with everything from pricing to SEO to social media, you know, just the overall business foundations of how to run your business. It's just essential. Like conferences like this. And I also say, you know, I've spoken at small intimate conferences and large trade shows and conferences where there's 1,000 people in the room. But a conference like the Signature CEO, there's a lot of value to that intimate conference that you can't get at a big conference and a trade show where there's 1,000 people in the room. The small intimate conferences allows you to get that one-on-one time with the speakers, ask those extra questions, network, and grow your inner circle and allow your business to grow as well. So I'm a big fan of conferences such as the Signature CEO. I think, again, the value you get from it, it's second to none.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I am definitely excited to have you as one of my distinguished honorees at the conference to be speaking, and I can't wait to have you here. We had some viewers. Are there any questions out there from our viewers?
Come on, I know you got some questions.
We had some viewers. Are there any questions out there from our viewers?
Come on, I know you got some questions. No questions?
No questions. Well, I hope that the reason we don't have any questions doesn't hinder you guys from coming and listening to Tiffany. Again, she is going to be at the Signature CEO Conference on October 31st and November 1st. We will be at the Samuel Riggs Alumni Center on the campus of the University of Maryland, Grand Maryland Terps. You can register for the conference by going to our website at www.thesignatureceo.com. You can get all of the details, learn more about our speakers. The schedule is up, so you can see what days they are speaking. And we just want you to come, learn, grow, and network together. And Tiffany said, it's a very intimate environment. And last year, that is one of the key things that most of our attendees spoke about, is that they love the intimate environment. They love the fact that they were able to engage with the speakers that are there and just be able to learn and grow and to take away those things that they needed to expand their businesses. And I've run into people even to this day, a year ago, telling me, oh, I implemented this by attending your conference. And that's what it's all about. If you can walk away from a conference and implement something within your business, then the value is there. So I hope that everyone will be at the Signature CEO Conference. You still have time to register. And I want to thank today our guest, Miss Tiffany Chalk. Hi, Tiffany. Any last minute words that you want to say? Hold on for just a moment. You have to apologize, people. This is my first time doing this. Trying to get Miss Tiffany up. Okay, well, I couldn't get Tiffany's voice back on here because I muted her and don't know how to unmute her. But I want to thank her for. Oh, there you go.
Hey, I'm back.
She's
I'm
back.
back.
Any last words to our viewers before we go?
Okay. So just a few things, especially to all my creative entrepreneurs in the DMV area. Education like this with the diverse group of speakers doesn't come in our area that often. So go ahead and click the button and register today. And come hear me teach you about let's get paid. Let's get the money and let's get paid, guys. So I hope to see you at the Signature CEO Conference in October. Have a great week.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you for joining us and sharing your wisdom. And we're going to be looking forward to hearing more wisdom from Tiffany at the Signature CEO Conference. Thank you guys for joining us.
Carol.
And we
Bye-bye.
look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye. And we're going to be looking forward to hearing more wisdom from Tiffany.